Now, you never know what crazy rumor will pop up in wrestling, and one of the craziest has to do with Ember Moon and Vince McMahon, as the rumor going around is that Vince McMahon doesn't like Ember Moon personally. Join us now as WrestleLamia looks at why Vince McMahon supposedly can't stand Ember Moon in real life. During an episode of his podcast, Oh You Didn't Know, Brad Shepard discussed the relationship between Vince McMahon and Ember Moon. He mentioned, according to a source in WWE, it's pretty clear that Vince McMahon doesn't personally like Ember Moon. I'd love to elaborate, but I'm not able to, but it's pretty clear. Brad Shepard has an on and off track record when it comes to covering WWE news and rumors, but let's go with the idea that Vince doesn't like Moon and examine her WWE career and try to make sense of his claim. 30-year-old Adrian Reese, aka Ember Moon, has been wrestling since 2007, including past 10 years in Shimmer and Women's Sports Uncensored. Reese joined the WWE in 2015 and shined on NXT, winning the NXT Women's Championship and holding it from 18th November 2017 to 7th April 2018. She participated in the inaugural Women's Royal Rumble match during her time in NXT. After dropping the title to Shayna Baszler, Moon debuted on the main roster, appearing on Raw the night after WrestleMania 34. Since then, she has participated in several high-profile matches, including the 2018 Women's Money in the Bank ladder match, Women's Battle Royal at Evolution, and the 2019 Royal Rumble. An elbow injury sidelined Moon after the Rumble, but she returned at WrestleMania 35 before being sent to SmackDown during the Superstar Shakeup. A second Money in the Bank ladder match appearance proved successful, and Moon began feuding on SmackDown against Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. Recently, Moon impressed SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley so much that she offered Moon a title match at SummerSlam. How does this all square with Vince McMahon's reported dislike for Moon? Wrestling is a business, and Vince McMahon will push someone to fill seats and bring in viewers regardless of his personal feelings. Moon's wrestling credentials are well established, so there's no denying her in-ring abilities. She's been doing this for decades and isn't going to change anytime soon. Still, what could it be about Moon that might have rubbed Vinnie Mac the wrong way on a personal level? Number 1. Ember Moon's husband. Nia Jax's accidental injury to Becky Lynch put the man out of action and drew criticism from some wrestlers in the WWE and one wrestler outside the WWE, Ember Moon's husband, Matthew Palmer. Palmer tweeted, "Hope this unsafe moron doesn't hurt my wife again." Moon's husband put her in a bad position, and it's possible Vince McMahon saw her as unable to restrain her spouse from making critical comments about the company she works for. Palmer later deleted the tweet. Vince certainly doesn't like bad publicity, and he doesn't like his minions, or their spouses, speaking out of turn. Number 2. Vince may equate her character with herself. It's sometimes been said that the best wrestling characters are amplifications of a performer's actual personality. Is it possible that Vince McMahon sees the screaming cosplay-like performer Ember Moon as a reflection of Moon's actual personality and just doesn't get it? Now, we're not saying Vince McMahon is convinced that Moon is some type of werewolf, but it is possible he finds her bizarre and not in a relatable way. For all we know, Mr. McMahon may equate cosplay with some sort of bizarre fetish. And number 3, she stinks on the microphone. It's difficult to make a convincing case that Ember Moon has any skills on the microphone, which somehow may play a role in Vinnie Mac's dislike for Ember Moon the individual. As mentioned earlier, she's a fantastic worker, but she clearly lacks charisma and speaking ability. Vince McMahon has always been more about characters who connect with the audience rather than wrestlers whose in-ring skills impress the audience. Vince may find her so boring in the ring that it somehow reflects on her personally too. We'd like to say we hope Vince McMahon can distinguish between fantasy and reality, but this is the same man who wasted millions of dollars on a failed football league and is getting ready to invest even more into a second attempt. But there you have it, guys. Speculation on why Vince McMahon might not care for Ember Moon personally. Do you think the story is true? What else could personally turn him off? Let us know in the comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.